So I wasn't planning on starting this vlog until tomorrow because this vlog was going to be what I realistically read in a week as a 9 to 5 girly. Instead, this vlog has turned into reading books I've been avoiding because Magnolia Parks just came through my Libby. And when I tell you guys, I have put this book off so many times. When it's come through, I've sent it away. I'm in like, come back. And it finally came through and I said, you know what? Let's just do it. The reason why I have been avoiding this book is because I feel like this book is gonna hit a little too close to home. Don't really want to get into it because it's my personal life. But already, like, the prologue of this, even if he's the first thing you think of in the morning, even if he's like a match in the darkened room of your heart, because loving something how you love him is a painful love that puts rocks in your pockets and melancholy in your eyeballs. And if time has taught you anything, it's that it doesn't matter, you'll love him forever anyways. I'm like, yeah. The only idea I have about this book is that you're following BJ and Magnolia and they're like, they play little games with each other. Like they're meant for each other, but they're not because it's toxic. I don't know. That's the only thing I know. And I know it takes place in London. And I know it's, someone said this was kind of like Gossip Girl-esque, but I've also heard it's not, to not go in with that mindset. I'm hoping the writing isn't going to be like your typical book talk romance writing, but a lot of people love this series and I'm hopeful that I will be too. Let's go read the first book I have been avoiding. I've just been sitting here reading Magnolia Parks and eating my baked oats, and I just wanted to give you guys my initial thoughts with this book. So I'm actually only 22% of the way through, almost a quarter of the way through, and I am shocking myself with how much I am really enjoying myself for this book. I was very scared to read this book, well, because one, gonna hit a little too close to home with some things, not everything, but like the how much she loves someone even though she knows he's bad for her, that kind of situation I relate to a lot. And I thought the writing was gonna be bad, but I actually really enjoy it. Like I really enjoy the way it's written. The only thing that's making me like nah about this book is the amount of times the author is mentioning what clothing items they're wearing, like brand names, and it's making me feel so poor because I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like some of them I know, like the obvious ones like Gucci, Saint Laurent, like YSL, like all those, obviously I know what they're talking about, but other than that, I'm like, girl, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm poor. I kind of wish she wouldn't mention clothing a lot because I feel like she does that a lot to get a point across. She didn't have to do that because like I already know these people are so filthy rich with just the way they act and just the way they like present themselves. That's how I know they're filthy rich. Like I feel like clothing is an unnecessary thing. Like maybe describe their outfit here and there, but literally it's, I don't like it. I don't like when the author does that. But those are basically my thoughts. I'm gonna go back to reading because I'm really enjoying myself. I didn't realize this book was over 400 pages long. Why? 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 I'm gonna go back to reading and I will see y'all in the next clip. Hi friends, I have been reading Magnolia Parks. I'm 51% of the way through this book. I even read it a little bit on my lunch break and I don't really have time to read on my lunch break. My lunch break is, let me eat something really quick to keep me going and then get right back to work because I have a very fast-paced job and I don't really have time for breaks, which we're not gonna get into that. That's a me problem, not my work problem. I'm just too stubborn to actually take a break because I like to get off at a decent time. Okay, anywho, so I did read. I read a little bit on my lunch break, so now I'm at 50% mark. And I still am really liking this. I do see how this is a very repetitive book in the way where it's like same kind of things going on, just different situations. And I get that, I could totally see that. But it's working for me and I don't know why it's working for me. And this makes me think, does it work for me because it's a toxic love and not a healthy love? And that makes me think something about myself. Like, maybe we should go talk to someone about that. Because put me in front of a book with a healthy relationship and it's boring, okay? It's boring. I want nothing to do with it. I find it so incredibly cheesy, but put me in front of a Magnolia and BJ, I'm like, yep, this is great. This is great, great. I don't condone this though. Like in real life, I don't condone this. I don't know. I'm just having a great time with it. I realize I haven't told you guys what Magnolia Parks is, although I'm sure everyone and their mother knows what it is. But if you don't, let me give you a rundown. So in this book, you're following Magnolia Parks and BJ Ballantyne, who are two socialites in London. They come from very like rich families, and BJ and Magnolia dated for 5 years. I think was it 5 years they dated? Yeah, 5 years. And then something happened and they broke up, and they've been broken up for 3 years at this point. And they still love each other. It's very clear they still love each other, but they play little games with each other to get back. Like BJ will sleep with someone and she'll get mad, and then he'll come in her bed, and the whole thing is very strange, okay? But like it works for them. And in this book there's like a found family trope because they all went to boarding school. BJ, Magnolia, and like all their friends all went to boarding school together, and they're tight knit. So basically you're following Magnolia and BJ along in this adventure. Not really adventure. They're just kind of going on their day-to-day life, and they're hurting each other. They have little codes where he'll smile a certain way and it's like, I still love you. And she'll look at him and be like, I love you too. Like they have little codes they do. But yeah, I'm really liking it a lot. And I just want to eat this book up. It's currently Wednesday. I have a very odd week ahead of me, rest of the week, because my car, if you know, you know, my car has to go back in the shop. It's on its last run of engine test. I'm not gonna explain what's happening because I'm kind of just ignoring the fact that it has to go. But this time it has to be in until Monday or Tuesday. So I will be at my parents' house for the remainder of this week. Plus this weekend is Mother's Day. I'll be back on Monday. This vlog, I'm just gonna vlog until I finish my TBRs. I don't know what span of time this vlog will take place, but we shall see. So I probably won't update you guys until tomorrow, maybe, or Friday. Hopefully I'll finish the book by then. That's the goal, is to finish this book by Friday, which I think I can because I'm really enjoying it, but we'll see. Because I tend to not read a lot when I'm at my parents' house just because I'm with them. But this time, since I'm there a long amount of time, I feel like I can read. So I'm gonna go hop into bed and read because the sleeping meds have taken full effect. I feel very tired. So I'm gonna read until I fall asleep, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Hello. It's currently 7 in the morning. You wouldn't know it because I seem like really awake. That's because I get up at 5 a.m. every single morning. So I am about to get dressed for work, but I wanted to do this little update before I put on my uniform because I don't want you guys to see where I work. No offense, but you know, there's some creeps on the internet. But I was packing to go to my parents because I'm heading to my parents after work today. I already explained that. And the 2 books I brought with me, not that I'm gonna get through 2 books, it was The Assassin's Blade and 7 Year Slip. And then I thought to myself, are those 2 books you are really avoiding, Caitlin? Or is there another book that stares you in the face every single day? Every single time you walk into your library room, it stares at you. I said, yeah, you're right, I probably should do that book. You guys wanna know what it is? Yeah, I have put this book off because I'm scared, because a lot of people didn't like this book, but also a lot of people didn't like book 2, and I really liked book 2. I'm scared. So I think I'm gonna bring this because this is truly a book I've been avoiding. I'll still bring the other 2s in case I'm not like feeling this, but this is truly a book I've been avoiding. A little teeny reading update is I'm now 75% of the way through Magnolia Parks. And I'm gonna finish it today, and then I'll update you guys with my thoughts. But that's all I have for y'all. So I'm gonna go because I don't wanna be late to work, and I will see you guys after work, which will be 2 seconds. Okay. Good morning, guys. It is now Friday. I'm obviously not home. I'm at my parents' house. Hopefully you can't really hear the TV, but if you can, my mom's watching TV, so I'm very, very sorry if you can hear it. But I finished Magnolia Park last night. I really liked this book a lot. Now, let me say I don't support, condone, or anything of this toxic relationship because I know what it's like to be in that sort of situation with someone who cheats on you, but you struggle with being so in love with them that like you're willing to forgive it, like you're struggling with that. So I understand that for Magnolia. I totally feel for her. Like I get it. But like at some point you gotta let it go, this kind of thing. But like I don't want her to let it go because I want to keep reading. You know what I'm saying? I did cry at the end. I didn't think I was going to, but I did cry just because like I felt for her so much. Like my heart went out to Magnolia, and they equally are as like awful to each other. They both play these little games. They both do stuff to get back at one another. So I gave it a 5-star. I really did, and I cannot wait to read it. We met someone in this story called Julian, and I know nothing about any of the other books. Like I know we follow Daisy Hates, but that's all I know. I haven't seen any spoilers. I always scroll past videos on people telling me what this book is about. So like I basically went into this book completely blind, and I don't think I did a very good job explaining what this book is, but I kind of want you guys, if you're gonna pick it up and haven't picked it up yet, go into it blind and just know it's kind of like a little bit like Gossip Girl, like that. I think it's more like on the Blair side, like how Blair is. I think Magnolia is a little bit about like a little bit like Blair. I would say it's very comparable to Blair and Chuck's kind of relationship, how it was like toxic and stuff like that, but we all ate it up anyways. We did meet this guy named Julian, who is Daisy Hates, who's the next person we follow, brother, and I don't know if we follow him at all, like in any of the books. Don't say anything to me because I don't want to know. He's my type of guy. Like, I want a book on him. I don't know if we get one, and I'm not going to research it. I'll find out if we do or not throughout reading him, but tattooed, 6'3", he's like a bad boy. So yeah, that's basically my thoughts on Magnolia Park. Like I said, 5-star. So I brought House of Flame and Shadow with me, and I was upstairs. This was down here, and this is such like a big book. I didn't want to read this in bed, so I actually bought it on my Kindle because it was only $9, and I'm not that far into it, guys. I'm only 3% in. Let me see. I'm like 30 pages in. I didn't read much last night because I fell asleep. I'm like this far into it, and that's all the reading updates I have for you guys. I am going to sit down and read some more. I think I'm just gonna read it on my Kindle until I get more into it, and then I'll switch to this because this is, I'm not gonna lie, heavy reading this. So like, I don't really want to read it like this in bed. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll read this today, but I'm gonna read for a little bit, and then I have to switch to editing because I have a lot of editing to do today, unfortunately. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go read, and I will talk to you guys later. Now Monday, and I didn't update you on what I read throughout the weekend. I was at my parents' house. I don't really vlog in front of them. I need to get over that though, because I just do need to go over that fear of mine. But I did some reading, not as much as I would have liked to. My plan was to actually finish this weekend, but I think I was crazy thinking that because this is like an 800-page book, and I haven't read a book this big since House of Sky and Breath. So I really enjoyed House of Sky and Breath a lot. I know there was like 50-50 with House of Sky and Breath, but I really enjoyed it. However, I've seen not great things about this book. I think people was expecting one thing and they didn't get that one thing they wanted, whatever that thing is. And to me, I mean, I am liking it. I do love these characters and I love being back in this world. I will say Bryce and Hunt, I'm not convinced they're endgame. I don't really like them together. I don't really care about Bryce and Hunt. I like all the side characters that are in this world, and I love the world that Sarah J Maas has created, the urban fantasy. I really like that. This is a little slower than I would say the other two. A lot of people said House of Earth and Blood is slow, but that just has a lot of world building. You're getting to know the world and the characters and like how the magical system works and all that. So to me, I didn't think it was slow. I really enjoyed House of Earth and Blood, but this one, I do think it's a little slow. I mean, stuff have happened, but it just wasn't, I don't know, like it wasn't catching my attention like the other two have. I've kind of been a little bored with it. So those are so far my thoughts. I am not gonna like say what this book is about because obviously it's the third book in a ongoing series, so I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but I was able to get to page 372, chapter 42, so almost halfway through the book, which I think is pretty good for in a weekend, especially because I was busy all weekend. So I actually ended up buying it on Kindle It was only $10, so I bought it on Kindle because holding this in bed, nah, ain't gonna happen. So I think that has actually helped a lot speed up the reading, is having it on like multiple platforms. I never do that because I buy the physical book for a reason. I buy it to read the physical book, but I think in this case, it's okay that I bought it on Kindle. Plus I bought this book a long time ago, so. But yeah, those are all my thoughts. And I just kind of wanted to update you guys. This is going to be the last book for this vlog. I initially was going to do one more, but it's already Monday and it's the week this video is supposed to go up, and I do not see myself finishing this within a day because I have work and I have other stuff going on. So I think I'm just gonna finish this book out. And I mean, it's a big book, so, and it is the only book that I really have been putting off besides Magnolia Parks. The other one I've just been putting off because I'm waiting for summer, so I'm not really putting it off. This one I was genuinely putting off. Like I was like not purposely picking it up. So those are my thoughts. I am going to have my little dessert, which is literally, not that anyone cares, but I'm gonna tell you, it's Greek yogurt, and I mixed in whipping cream with a packet of lemon pudding filling that has already been mixed and marinated and sitting overnight, so it's nice and fluffy. Guys, it's so good. If you like lemon stuff, try this. I also added in a little bit of the cheesecake pudding mixture in it to kind of give it less of a lemon, like, I don't know, because I thought it would be good, and it tastes like a lemon cheesecake. However, I'm not the biggest fan of Greek yogurt. Like, really, I don't really like the taste of Greek yogurt at all. I will never be a Greek yogurt fan, but mixing it in together kind of takes away the taste. It's still there, but it's bearable. So I'm gonna have this and then get into bed and read, and I will update you guys whenever. I don't know when my next update would be, probably before I finish the book. So I'll see you guys then. I am so sad because I deleted every single vlog clip I took yesterday for this video. I'm just now like putting it all in my editing software, and I was like, hang on, where's yesterday clips? Can't find them. Can't find them. So let me run you over what you guys missed. So the only thing you really missed was me showing you my takeout order, which I'll put on the screen, and a few little clips of me reading. But I did end up finishing Crescent City, House of Flame and Shadow. I don't know why I said it like that, but this book has taken me so long to read. And I ended up actually getting this on Audible because I had, yesterday at the beginning of the day, I had literally 6 hours left of reading to do. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to finish this today with having work. If I didn't have work, it could have been possible. So I ended up getting it on Audible, and I listened to about 5 hours at work. So all I had was like an hour and 40 minutes. Did I procrastinate reading the last hour and 40 minutes of this book until about 10 o'clock? Yes, I did. I was supposed to read it with my dinner, but I ended up getting distracted by my phone. So I did end up finishing it, and I did like it. A lot of people were disappointed in this book, and I'm not sure why. I think they were expecting something else with the way the second book ended. Obviously, no spoilers. And I understand that, but I went into it not expecting much of it. I didn't think it was going to be all of how last book ended, like that was going to be the whole book. I'm trying to be very brief because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, because the ending of the second book, I really enjoyed how this book focused more on the side characters versus just Bryce and Hunt and their relationship, because I feel like the first two books, the first book really set up the world and like what was going on in the world and set things in motion. The second book I feel like was more of getting to know Bryce and Hunt and like their relationship with each other. And then this one was kind of like, okay, we get it, so let's move on to something else. And I really enjoyed it a lot. I am not a fan of Bryce and Hunt as lovers, and also like as them separately. Like I don't really like Hunt, and I don't really like Bryce. Bryce is a main character that actually gets on my nerves most of the time. Like I care about them obviously, but I'm still like, you guys are annoying. I love the side characters like Roan, Ethan, Theron, like I love them so much. So this makes it worth it to read just because of them. And I loved how we got to see more of them in this book and their stories and kind of get to know them and grow their characters more and their relationships with other characters. And yeah, I really liked it. How this book ended, I'm not sure what's going to happen in the next book, because there is one more book, right? It's House of Many Waters. Is that what it is? Yeah, House of Many Waters, which I feel like is going to be a boring book because I don't really care for Down the Ocean in this book. Like, I just don't. So those are kind of all my thoughts and feelings on it. I think I'm definitely not a 5-star because House of Earth and Blood I think was a 5-star. Definitely Sky and Breath was a 5-star for me. Like, I know a lot of people was torn with that book. I really liked it a lot, and this is not a 5-star for me. I'm gonna go with like a 4. I think a 4 feels fine for this book. So there is that. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me and reading some books that I've been avoided. I do apologize that this vlog didn't have another book in it, but there's just no time unless there wasn't going to be a vlog for this week, and I asked you guys and you guys said you were fine with 2 books. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a massive thumbs up. Haven't said that in a while. Make sure you guys are subscribing because I would love to have you here. Remember to be kind to yourself and to others around you, and I will see you guys next Sunday. I love ya.